products from Faith Guitars. There's some new things to show you. First thing that we're launching here at the show, a classic burst, deep red, brown burst with a 12 fret join and a 45.5mm nut, so great for fingerstyle players. The first of 3 of the classic burst ranges of models in the range from Faith. Okay, solid mahogany gloss back and sides. Okay, so there are 3 models in this. You have this 12 fret join. There's also a regular 14 fret version with a regular 43mm nut, and also a Mercury as well. So a parlour model with a wider nut and a very cool little scoop right here as well. So they're all available. Going to be sort of August time, 2014. Price is around about £700 or so. What we have here is the only one that we have right now, but there are 12 going to be made. Solid Macassan ebony. Beautiful back, sides. A wonderful, wonderful thing. Really quite unusual. And an ebony tree is generally not that wide. So it's very unusual to get a piece of wood big enough to make a full-size guitar from. So we have enough for 12 guitars, and that is all. The regular Venus shape with a lovely blonde solid spruce top on there as well. Now these guitars are going to be available towards the latter part of this year, 2014. Price will be around about £1,800, I imagine. If this were made in the UK or in the US, you'll be looking at, you know, £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 very, very easily. It's very, very rare, very, very unusual. But we have them made in our workshops in Indonesia, where they are handmade, but therefore more affordable for something very, very cool indeed. The next in this sort of signature range is this. Now, what we've done is we're actually making this signature series. We're trying to use some more British woods. So this is British sycamore. Sycamore, yeah. So similar to maple, of course, but there's a deeper, richer tone in there as well. So it looks a wee bit different and very attractive. Bound
is this
with
the Venus model?
Actually, no. Sorry, this is the Neptune model. So baby jumbo Neptune, 16-inch shape. Regular 14 fret join, but wider nut, and the saddle and the nut are made of bone from barley bone. So yeah, there you go. That's a British sycamore model. Price around about £1,400 or so, but will be launched much later on the year, maybe early 2015. This British also. This is a Neptune cutaway model. No electronics, but the wood is London plane tree. Yeah, so similar to lacewood, but the London plane tree are the trees that you see lining the big avenues of London and also Paris and the like as well. And so this wood has actually literally got London inside it. They absorb all of the impurities in the air, and that helps in turn to make this lovely grain also. So a true British wood with a piece of London inside. Again, wider nut, bone, nut and saddle as well. Available, again, maybe throughout 2015, very small numbers. Price around, again, £1,400–1,500. And then this. And I'll leave it there for a moment so you can see the figure, hopefully, properly. This is oak, but it's bog oak. So, essentially, it's oak that has fallen into a peat bog in Cambridgeshire, and this has been carbon dated to 5,000 years old. So I think this is the oldest piece of wood in the entire exhibition, to be fair, here on the Faith booth. So I mean, what happens essentially is that when people are excavating to build, you know, new housing or whatever, they come across this wood, and it's bought out and dried over a long period of time, and then it's used for various things. It is available whenever it happens to be found. So we have a few pieces, and we can make a handful of guitars. This is going to be around about sort of £2,000 as a guide. available again throughout probably 2015 in very limited numbers.
And what would you say, is there any discernible effect on the tone from bog oak? How would you describe it?
It sounds great. There's nothing particularly special, I would say, about the sound of oak. It's quite a heavy, dense wood, to be fair, but it sounds similar. It sounds similar to rosewood, more so than than say mahogany, for example. So more similar to rosewood, but it's something, to be fair, that you would buy because there's something so unusual and special about it. So it looks like a regular guitar, of course, in the front. This Mars drop shoulder finish with a spruce top, and then in fact, if you can see inside there, the actual colour of the oak on the inside there is also very, very dark, because naturally, of course, it's not black, but when it's sat in peat for so long, it is. It goes very, very dark indeed, and in this light, quite unusually, you can actually see the slight greenness that's actually still visible. Very hard to see in most lights, but the sun here is helping us out. That's the Mars bog oak model from Faith. So these are the kind of motor show concept cars thing happening, but the direction of Faith over the coming years, with some good British and in fact more exotic woods as well.